Do you need to pay for market data to trade stocks? This is my opinion after 5 years of trading, and you really have to break it down into two different camps. Those that do need market data and those that don't. So stay tuned to figure out which camp you fit in for your trading. As a quick refresher, if you don't have market data currently, you're not paying for this subscription or this service, you are likely getting data, stock prices, options change, all changing all the time at a 15-minute delay or more from what's actually happening in the market. Now, again, this may not affect you too much if you don't trade a certain way, but if you do, as you'll find out in this video, it may have great effects on your ability to earn consistent profit and impact your trading negatively. So as we go through this video, make sure you ask yourself, which camp am I in? What kind of trading do I like to do? And decide if market data is really worth it for you. So let's start with those of you who want to be day traders by buying and selling individual shares of stock. You absolutely need to have market data subscriptions on. If you don't and you're 15 minutes behind, it's kind of like if you were at the plate against a major league pitcher, you already have super small odds of being successful and getting a hit, but we're just going to move that pitcher even closer to you so you have even less time to react. And in some cases, the ball will actually be past you before you end up deciding to swing. So I can tell you how that's going to work out. It's not going to be any good. You're not going to get hit. You're going to be out. You're going to strike out, and you're not going to be profitable as a trader. So doing this, I just can't see a scenario where you would be successful long-term as a day trader without market data subscriptions. So after day trading comes kind of swing trading or a longer term period. Let's go anywhere from a couple days to a couple months. If you're in that window, you'd still likely want to have market data subscriptions on, because if you keep missing out on the margins when you're buying or selling to open your trade, you're giving back dollars, which you then have to make up on the back end, which is hard enough to do when you're buying and selling right, like outright. So why make it even harder on yourself when you're trying to do this by not having market data subscriptions on in your favor? The timeline's still not long enough where you can just kind of say, it doesn't matter. I'm okay with a couple dollars shaved off here and there. The timeline's too quick still, in my opinion, to not have market data subscriptions turned on. Now, let's say you have a couple months to a year in terms of time. This is still within the window where I would say market data is a positive thing to have for your trading. And this is why. You could pick the wrong stock on the wrong day, and there's an initial drop that's kind of 10, 20% in the first 15 minutes. Maybe there's a bad earnings report, something comes out in the news about the company's CEO, and it just knocks the stock down, and you don't see that, you don't get to feel that in your trade until it's too late. You may again be down 10, 15% right off the hop, which is a hard thing to recover from even in a year period. Sometimes stocks don't move. They go kind of dormant or they go neutral for a long period of time, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year. It happens. So to save yourself the grief for the amount of money that it costs, I'm going to give you the cost for like what I pay for my market data right now in a few minutes. But it's just safeguarding that and protecting yourself from that what if scenario if that were to happen to you. And if you're in between 1 to 5 years, now we're talking longer time frames. Generally within a 5-year period, you can expect a full kind of stock market cycle in most cases. There are outliers, of course, but if you pick the right stock, which is again really hard to do, generally speaking, it won't affect you too much. You're going to give up some profit again on the buy or on the sell when you open your trade, but if that's the timeline you're working with, it's probably not as bad as long as you don't get caught in a really bad bearish cycle or a sell-off, a la the great financial crisis, 2000, the dot-com crash, the housing crisis in 2008, things like that, the COVID crash. Like if you're not within those kind of timelines, which is again hard to pick, you'll probably be okay, but it's worth it, I think, still in the 1 to 5 year period to not have to worry about it and just get the market data for those timelines. Now, if you're doing any kind of options trading, you absolutely should have market data subscriptions on. You don't want to have an options chain with delayed data. I can't think of a better way to light my money on fire than going and trying to trade options with no market data. Like it's so many other factors in addition to the stock price moving that you need to see. There's volatility. There's a change in kind of the perception of the market. There could be volume. There could be liquidity issues. There could be so many other things that you don't think of that you need market data for to kind of fill in those gaps as an options trader. And the timelines still matter, but it's all this extra information you need in the options chain to make a good decision when you're trading options. It is just such a hard thing to do initially on its own. I don't know why you wouldn't want to pay the amount for market data gets you live data subscription. So to recap, if you are a day trader or trading within a 5-year time window, or if you're an options trader of any kind, I strongly recommend you looking at market data and getting a subscription for yourself, data, whatever it's called. The other camp, The time that you don't need it, in my opinion, is any kind of trading that you're doing when you're buying and holding long term. And I'm talking 5+ years. If you're going out there and you're saying, I'm not going to touch this for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, just buy it, set it, and forget it. In that scenario, yes, I don't think you need market data. I don't think it make it or break it for you. The buy and hold strategy is tried and true. If you're going to drop $5 on today's buy, it's not going to really bite you in the ass if you're holding it for that long of a time period. The market going up is going to offset your potential kind of shortfalls when you make your buys. As long as you're buying and holding long term, I do not see the value in paying for a market data subscription for yourself. And again, that is anything we're going to buy and hold guaranteed for 5+ years. If that's not the case, or you're not sure about the stock, then I would say, yeah, it's probably worth it to have market data on. If you're going to do it and trade these kind of shorter time frames anyway, it's going to be there for you if you do a buy and hold and kind of mix it in. But it's just the longer term time frames, you have more room for error, you have more time on your side. It's kind of like compounding interest for you. You have more room to make your kind of account grow, and it's going to do that on its own, hopefully over time. So market data isn't really a concern of yours. It's more about picking the right stock in that example and making sure you pick something that has a long track record of success and a long runway or moat for future growth as a company. As for my market data subscription setup, I currently get all my options trading done, my commodities, my futures, my kind of buying and selling of shares, both Canadian and US, all for $42.50 Canadian, $30 American. I could shave off my Canadian options and kind of market data if I wanted to. That would get me down to $26 Canadian, about $20 American. Again, not a deal breaker by any means. And there's no need for me to kind of switch and juggle multiple apps, have one for market data, one for my trading. I don't really like that approach too much. I'd rather have it all in-house in the same platform, all on Interactive Brokers is what I use, as you may know. If you want to get a video of how to set it up for yourself on the IB platform, check out this right here for a general setup. If you want to see how to set it up for options trading, market data for options trading specifically, check this out right here. Both videos will be linked in the description of this video for future reference. And if you use Interactive Brokers like I do, but you're just getting started and kind of fairly into the game, and it feels like you're kind of banging your head against the wall, getting things set up properly, I have a solution for you. Something's coming down the pipe that's going to allow you to master your Interactive Brokers account set up with ease. It's going to be less time, more answers, more success for you setting up your account. It is a simple solution, and you can go check out the pre-launch of the Interactive Brokers Blueprint at tradingoptiondaily.com/IB Blueprint launch. I will put that in the description as well. Check it out there. Sign up if you want to get notified when that product drops. And it's going to be a simple, again, solution for you to master your Interactive Brokers account setup, market data, setting up your trading permissions, getting your account configured, charts, watch list portfolio, all the good stuff you need to get started as a beginner trader with Interactive Brokers. My name is Andrew Ferguson. Thank you so much for watching this video. I teach new investors how stock options work using the Interactive Brokers trading platform, and I hope to see you on the next video.